His name still echoes through the void. Fear rings through the ears of anyone who hears it. Don't underestimate him. It won't be so pleasant. Have you ever heard of a snapshot, an alternate version of a pre-existing creation? We see it all the time when the game is updated. The thing about snapshots is that they're not an update, those are full releases. A snapshot is created when something doesn't go the way it's meant to, and that goes for people too. Since 2011, Minecraft would add the phrase removed Herobrine in the patch notes of every update, but eventually this disappeared, being brought back in September 2023 for a final laugh, amusing Mojang. When he was dropped into the alpha world to finally be rid of him, Herobrine managed to free himself from the lonely prison. But what he didn't realize was that that was not how the story was meant to go. In leaving, he created a snapshot of himself below the bedrock, doomed to stay there for all eternity. This is the story of the Lost Voyager. After awakening from what felt like a great fall, this troubled soul collected himself. No memory of who he was or how he'd got there. A strange, unsettling voice in his head told him he'd always been there. He slowly got up and looked around. Everything felt both familiar and distant at the same time. As he voyaged the landscape, he only became more lost. This world was barren. How was he to survive in a place like this? He searched the land for many months, hoping to find some trace of civilization left behind, but to his dismay, all he found were ruins. Wherever this place was, it was abandoned many years ago. He wasn't going to sit around by himself in this desolate wasteland though. He was going to escape. He created towers, trying to build up to the bedrock to smash his way out, but they crumbled beneath his feet. He had no idea if there was a world above this one, but with every update in our world, he feels his progress resetting, so he has to try. Time kept moving forward, and as it did, the Lost Voyager felt more trapped, every day feeling more lonely, more angry, the voice in his head growing stronger, whispering to him,
"There is no escape, there is no escape."
The pain grew and he lashed out, blowing the leaves off the trees and smashing holes through the mountains. He knew he had power, but why was it so limited? Why was it just this? Why couldn't he use it to escape this dastardly place? The Lost Voyager had learnt a little bit about his powers during his time trap below. Using these abilities, which he was yet to understand how he possessed, he created shrines, which when activated notified him and allowed him to teleport back and forth from them. His hopes were that one day someone would come across them and help him to escape, but as always, time kept moving forward, and so did the Lost Voyager. Many shrines were created, many signs left behind, pointing towards the Voyager, many items scattered, leaving a trail, but nothing. No one came. He truly was alone. He was alone. Why was he alone? Why was he alone? The anger he felt, the rage that burned bright through his eyes. He was becoming hostile. He wasn't hostile. He was becoming hostile. The voices grew louder.
There is no escape.
He could hear a constant beating through his body, mocking him. The voice wasn't meant for him. It was meant for...
I understand my situation. I'm not meant to be here. I never was. I was abandoned. We were abandoned. I have come to terms with it now. After all these years, I now know my freedom will never come. I'm serving a sentence that wasn't intended for me. I am doomed to a fate worse than life. But what if someone else gets trapped here? I know I have no future, but I watch every day as the stone above me decays. I may never have my freedom. The least I can do is aid another in finding theirs.
The Lost Voyager. He is angry. He is bitter. He will never know freedom. The bedrock has been exposed. We can now travel below it. If you see the Lost Voyager down there, be cautious. But remember, he has been in that position for so long. He can help. Let him help you. Have the freedom he never will. Why do I tell you to be cautious of the Lost Voyager despite him not being hostile? Isolation like this can corrupt a soul. The Lost Voyager has rage running through his blood, and if he ever does get out, well then, story continues. What will he do? Will he rejoice? Or will he grow mad when he realizes we never came for him? Minecraft, the Lost Voyager.